Welcome back, trainers, and we are going to go over my full thoughts now that I'm able to process everything and I'm not in excited mode or tired or anything like that. And I went out today again and I'm able to read your comments and even grasp what I was tweeting out before I made the video on things like where are the Mewtwo raids. I know I discussed this, but let's go in depth on what we have going on here. So Shadow Mewtwo raids was a decent concept, but here is one of my issues here. Okay, there's a couple, and that's, you know, what we're gonna go over. Number one is there was very few of them, very few Mewtwo's. Now somebody said you hit 27 or you caught 27. That doesn't sound like few. We were out all day driving from one end of town to another. I went through a full gassed tank, so there's that. And I'll put up footage here. I went downtown literally to the biggest spot that you can be for raids to pop up, and there was a one Mewtwo and then another one maybe spawning, and then that was about it. Everything else was blocked by lower tier shadow raids. So I feel like if they're going to do a Shadow Mewtwo event for 2 days like this, or a day and a half, whatever, that they should, I don't know, make it so they're spawning a little bit more frequently, so that we don't have to be running from one end of town to another, or see any at all. Some people were saying they weren't even seeing any at all. So if that could be fixed, that would be great. A lot more, so we don't have to be bouncing from one end of town to another. And it's like, again, they're catering to bigger city people. Bigger city people don't have to worry about this because they have a gym on every single corner, and they just need to look at the gyms and just go, you know, oh, we just need to walk a little bit over here or a little bit over here and we're good to go. But for people who do not have that luxury in Pokemon Go, we have to literally go from one end to another, and then even then, if we can even find people. And let's talk about that. If you don't have a group, you're completely screwed. There's no way. Yes, I duoed it with Scarlet Witch, but that required a lot of gems. You can kind of regenerate and recoup them. After you do beat Mewtwo, you're going to be able to kind of get a decent amount, and you can also go ahead and take out grunts or rocket leaders in between to get more to go ahead and duo it again if you do have the combat power. But you also have to find the right moveset. I mean, you're going to need Psychic. I'm sure it's doable with other movesets, but Psychic is going to be your best bet. Okay, let's be real here. And then again, you have to invest in a massive amount of Pokemon, and if you have those, then you're good to go, but then you need the purified crystals. Alright, so another thing would be if you can allow us to remote raid them. I get it, they want to get data, they want us to get out, they want us to be in person, they're trying to bring back the old times, and I'm gonna have to say they did succeed to some degree. And if this looks a little different, forgive me, it's very bright, but hey, it looks interesting, right? Got the sun shining on me with like completely dark in the back. Alright, but anyway, it would be great if we were able to invite people to these remote raids. I mean, we're only allowed to do 5 remote raids a day. It's no big deal. I mean, come on. Why can't we do that? That'd be great. That'd help out the people who, one, don't have any in their area. If you do have one in your area and you need a little bit more help, well, then you can invite somebody to help you. Okay, it's taking away so many issues. Simply allowing us to use the 5 remote raids that we can per day. Simple as that. What's the big deal? Another thing would be to have them spawn more frequently, and then allow us to use the remote raid passes in person and do not count them towards our 5 limit a day. So we would get 5 invites per day. But if we were in person and we can see it off in the distance and we use the remote raid, that doesn't count towards our 5 a day and we can use as many as we want. That would make a lot of people happy as well. I really would think it would. I mean, you're still getting people out there, except they're able to do those faster. Oh, but hold on, that's not what they want, because then the people in the big city who can see gyms from one spot, all like, I don't know how many dozens of gyms they can probably see, or wherever, however many, then they're going to be able to simply sit there and then remote raid. So that's going to be a problem for the people. That's going to be a problem on Niantic's end for people in the big city. So just saying, just throwing out ideas, that would be great. Otherwise, it was a pretty decent run. I did try to go out without a group. I did coordinate with them, and they were just in another spot, and they were late, or not they were late, I was late, and I missed them here, and I missed them there, and I got this red light, and that was like one of the problems where they were just all over, from one side of town to the other, to over here, to over there. It's like, what the hell's going on? Which is going to bring me to the final one, which I think a lot of people are concerned about, and that is going to be if Niantic wants us to use Campfire to search these, because our local Discord was not updating. I guess that happens from time to time. I remember when I used to use that to hunt down legendary gyms or other raids, whatever. In the past, it was, sometimes it would go down, but it wasn't working, so we're relying on Campfire. The problem with Campfire is it's a very finicky system, to say the least. You have to zoom in all the way, and then it's still, at that point, it's still a little difficult. It is taking forever to find them. Niantic, if you can come out with a better system for your Campfire that allows us to see these legendaries or whatever eggs, tiers, just push the tier and they pop up all over the map, that would be fan-freaking-tastic. That would be amazing. Yesterday, one of the coordinators in my car, Scarlet Witch, who was looking for all the gyms in the area for us, was using Campfire, and she was missing some because they weren't loading on Campfire for her. So it was a little bit of an issue. Today, another group was using Campfire, and they were having issues again trying to find raids because, well, Campfire wasn't loading them, or you had to zoom in all the way, or it was very finicky, very slow, and all that stuff in between. So that's, pretty much it. Definitely need more of them. Would like to use remote raids. Would like to use remote raids in person for the gyms that I can see, and they do not count towards my daily remote passes. And if you're wondering, well, nobody's inviting me because everybody's giving up. It's like 5. It's like giving you a few crumbs. Like, might as well not even eat it. Might as well just blow it onto the ground. Don't mean to sound like a degenerate or anything like that, but you know where I'm coming from. It's the boycott kind of a deal going on. And you also do have people in person, and I do still get remote raid invites from time to time, but it's nowhere near like it was before. Absolutely not. But hey, so those would be great. So more Mewtwo raids, to use the remote raid pass in person without accounting towards my thing, to remote raid them with the limited 5 per day. I mean, come on, it's not a big deal. And to fix Campfire to help us see these raids a lot easier if you're wanting us to get on this like you were envisioning us to use it in the first place. And I have to say, if they did fix it up a bit, Campfire, twerk it here and there, then it could be a really good tool, and it's literally right in the game. So Niantic, get on it. I'm not trying to be all negative. I'm just trying to give you some pointers here. I'm not I don't want to, I'm giving you some pointers. I'm just throwing out advice and just what my thoughts. Okay, it's not like, all right, here's the pitch, Niantic, and they're just sitting there waiting. Okay, what's Pokemon got to say today? All right, anyway. So there it is. Mewtwo, Shadow Mewtwo raids. This is a pretty cool concept, and it did get people out, and there were raid trains. But one thing in closing here, which is absolutely hilarious to me, okay? It's just a joke, in a sense. So all these people talking about global warming, Niantic, save the planet, blah, 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 blah. But then they're getting us out here in cars and droves to drive even more for more missions. And I just find that hilarious. I just find that absolutely just ironic. What is that meme? That Palpatine meme. So it's just, I don't know, man. I get what they're trying to do. It's all about that data. They don't give a damn about the planet. It's about the virtue signal. Let's go and keep throwing that money at the game so we can keep increasing, lining our pockets. So yeah. Hopefully they can fix it up, but I don't have any hope for that because, well, they haven't done anything extra for the elite raids that they have, which are absolutely bogus. They don't really release anything great. Hoopa was okay. Sure, it's strong, but it's not like you need it. Just get the Mewtwo instead, right? Should you purify your good shadows? If they do become 100% IV, that's on you, man, or gal, or whatever. That's on you, okay? I'm not going to tell you yes or no. I will say Shadow is still going to be better, even if you purified it and it becomes 100. I mean, you're just better off with your Shadow. But here's this. I mean, we are going to be getting Mega Mewtwo in the future, and having 100 shiny is going to be pretty amazing for you to Mega evolve it into either X or Y Mewtwo. So there is that option, but the choice is yours at the end of the day. There you go. I personally went out and I did about 2 today, and that's it. My dog was in the back. She was kind of whining. Typically, I would tell her, lay down, be quiet. Let's keep it going. We're going to keep on hitting some more raids. But I said, I'm going to go ahead and get some Mexican food and call it a day, go home, and wrap it up here. I think I'm good to go for when the Mega comes back because you already know everybody's going to be right back at it. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you need, turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all on the next one. Take care.